I am sitting here on my balcony watching the world go by, and it occurs to me that most of you are working far too hard for money that does not actually belong to you. You wake up early and you drink bad coffee and you sit in traffic just to trade your limited hours for a paycheck that is taxed before you even see it. It is a fascinating cycle of self-inflicted suffering that people call a career, but I call it a tragedy of misplaced effort. The truth is that complexity is a status signal for people who want to feel smart but stay poor. If you cannot explain your income strategy to a 12-year-old child, then you are not an investor, you are just a gambler. With a sophisticated vocabulary, I have reached a point where my portfolio of $150,000 generates enough momentum to make my old job look like a joke. I am 27 years old and I am tired of watching people treat their employment like a marriage, when it is actually just a temporary transaction. In this video, I am going to share with you 6 side hustles that you can do remotely, and I am going to do it without the usual fluff. Look, I hate to break it to you, and I am sure you already know this, but your job does not care about you. If business gets difficult like it did during the 2020 pandemic when there were mass layoffs, your job has no problem letting you go because you are just a number to them. It is obviously not smart for you to put all your eggs in one basket and be fully dependent on just one income stream. Your job is a single point of failure, and in engineering, a single point of failure is considered a fatal design flaw. So if there is one thing that you do this year, I want you to get a side hustle, and even better, if it is a side hustle you can do from anywhere on your own time, I want you to figure out which one is best for you according to these 3 criteria. 1, what is it that you love doing? 2, what is it that you are really good at? And last but not least, what is it that people will actually pay good money for? I know a lot of these side hustle videos on YouTube are all about how much money you can make, but I actually kind of disagree with that approach. Of course, the money is important, but ultimately, if you do not enjoy doing something or you do not have a natural kind of talent for it, then you are not really going to ever get to the point where you can even make that much money. You will either get sick of it or you are just going to fail because you are competing against people who actually enjoy the process. Whenever I coach people on how to make more money, I always take them through this Venn diagram. Whatever is in that sweet spot at the intersection of all 3 is the side hustle where you are likely to make the most money and have fun doing it. The first side hustle that you can do remotely is writing, and more specifically, I am referring to direct response copywriting. Direct response copywriting is a very specific type of writing that businesses use to drive customers to take a certain action immediately. If you have ever bought something online or signed up for a free newsletter, it is likely that you read something written by a direct response copywriter. That text was carefully crafted to drive you to take action, and that is a skill that is worth its weight in gold. Going back to that Venn diagram that we talked about earlier, is this something people will pay for? The answer is definitely yes, because businesses need to drive their customers to take action and make purchases to survive. The work that direct response copywriters do is extremely important because it directly impacts revenue. Because it impacts revenue, businesses will pay top dollar for really good copywriting, and really the sky is the limit here. For some real-life examples, I pay a direct response copywriter in my business, and she is on a monthly retainer for $2,000 a month. That is only for 20 hours of work a week, which works out to $100 an hour for her time. I have also hired direct response copywriters for more short-term projects and paid a flat fee of $8,000 to $12,000 for a project spanning about 3 months. Then if you are really at the top of your game and you want to make the big bucks, you can move into profit sharing. I was recently at a mastermind where one of the guest speakers was a very in-demand direct response copywriter. She is most famous for having written a $400 million sales page. The best of the best like that usually charge a profit share percentage of the sales that directly come from their work. If she charges just 1% on a $400 million sales page, you can do the math and see why she does not worry about her bills. In order to succeed as a direct response copywriter, you obviously need to be good at writing and have a natural feel for it. You do not need to know everything about it on day one, but you need a sense for how to communicate with words, because if you are good at this, you can turn words into money. As for how to learn direct response copywriting specifically, I recommend starting with books that teach you how to communicate persuasively. Influenced by Robert Cialdini is a great place to start, and it will change how you look at every advertisement you see. If you really want to take this seriously, I recommend learning from the best of the best, like the girl who wrote that $400 million page. The third piece of the Venn diagram is what you love to do, and to succeed at this, I think you need to love human psychology. You need to enjoy understanding the emotional triggers that make people buy and want to take action. As for how to get clients, it is kind of like any sort of side hustle where you need to put together a portfolio first. You have to show that you actually know what you are doing and that you are good at it before anyone will trust you with their brand. I recommend cold outreach, where you find a list of businesses or influencers online that you admire and pitch your services directly. To really get noticed, make sure you really tailor that email to their business instead of sending a generic template. Show that you have studied their business and that you think you can help them improve their conversion rates. You are going to get a lot of rejections and a lot of people who 1T respond, but that is just part of the game to increase your chances of getting noticed. I would offer your services at a discount in the beginning just to get some runs on the board. Another way you can start getting clients is putting up a profile on Upwork and Fiverr with a strong portfolio. It is the hardest to get clients in the beginning, but once you get the ball rolling, most businesses hire through word of mouth. The second side hustle idea is being a virtual assistant, which is a remote professional who provides support to small businesses and solopreneurs like me. There is a huge demand for virtual assistants because most businesses have an online presence these days and everyone is getting busier. If you are detail-oriented, a good communicator, and super organized, then you would make an amazing virtual assistant. You also need to be tech-savvy because you will be using a lot of different tools to manage projects and communication. The demand for virtual assistants is only increasing, and I personally pay my virtual assistant $45 an hour. She helps me with everything, and she is an essential part of my operation, so she is definitely not going anywhere to get started. As a virtual assistant, you first need to decide what type of assistant you are going to be. There are assistants who specialize in social media or marketing or accounting or admin work. I recommend starting with an agency because they will train you and bring clients to you, which is a great way to build experience. Eventually, if you are good enough and build a rapport with a client, you could even work for them directly and make even more money. The third side hustle is a little different because it is something you can do on your own time without any clients. This is options trading, and specifically a style of trading that generates consistent side income. You can think of options as being similar to stocks where you buy and sell for a profit, but with more leverage. Unlike standard stock trading, it is a lot easier to generate consistent income through options trading if you do a specific strategy called high probability spread trading. It is a style of options trading where you trade only high probability strike prices, so you know the odds of success in advance. The moment you trade this option, you actually get paid for it up front, which is a very powerful feeling. You definitely need to have an interest in the stock market and financial things in order to enjoy this. It is an intellectually stimulating side hustle that I personally enjoy because it is just me and the numbers. I make up to $1,000 a month doing this with not even 1 hour of work per week. If you want to dive deeper into this, I have a whole masterclass that explains the mechanics. The fourth side hustle idea is being a content creator where you pick a platform and monetize your content. The most popular ways creators monetize are through platform payouts, affiliate income, and brand deals. A really good example of this is my friend Charlie Chang, who makes over 6 figures a month in affiliate income from his channel. Brand deals are where a company pays you a flat fee to talk about their product, and I have gotten anywhere from $10,000 to $70,000 for a single deal. The sky is really the limit with this one because it just depends on how engaged of an audience you can build. You have to enjoy brainstorming content ideas, and you have to enjoy the topic you are posting about. If you understand human psychology and what makes people want to watch your content, then you are going to be successful. The proof is in the pudding, and if you are an ultimate content creator like Mr. Beast, you can even sell your own products. Next up, side hustle idea. Number 5 is being a video editor, which is in high demand right now. Data shows that over 92% of internet users watch online videos weekly, and companies rely heavily on video marketing. Employment for video editors is expected to rise 7% from 2023 to 2032, which is faster than average. I personally pay my video editor $2,000 a month to edit 4 videos for me, which is a great side income for them. The key is to build a strong portfolio that shows what you can do and then find clients on platforms like Upwork. There are a ton of free online tutorials on how to edit videos, so if you are willing to learn, you can master the skill. A pro tip is to specialize in a specific type of video, like editing specifically for YouTube retention. YouTubers love an editor who understands how to keep viewers watching until the very end. The final side hustle is bookkeeping, which is doing basic accounting for small businesses to help them keep accurate records. Bookkeeping is important because businesses have to file taxes every year and they need a professional to keep their numbers organized. I actually used to freelance as a bookkeeper in my 20s, and at one point I was billing up to $6,000 a month. If you like numbers and spreadsheets and you prefer not talking to people all day, then you are going to love bookkeeping. Most of the work is repetitive, and if you use software like QuickBooks, it becomes very efficient. Once you get a client on retainer, it becomes a steady income stream because most clients will never switch their bookkeeper if they are doing a good job. I got started on Upwork and had my first client by the next day because I specified a niche software for real estate. Business owners are extremely stressed about their numbers and they need an organized person to come in and clean up their finances. All of these side hustles require a little bit of effort to get started, but they all have the potential to provide you with an income you control. Your job does not care about you, so you might as well start putting something into place so you can be less dependent. Creating flexible and diverse streams of income is the only way to achieve true freedom in this economy. I am going back to my coffee now because my assets are doing the work that most of you are still trying to figure out. Invest in your skills and invest in your future because nobody else is going to do it for you. Stop overcomplicating the process and just pick one thing and start doing it with discipline. Complexity is the enemy of execution, and execution is the only thing that pays the bills. The world is full of noise, but the math of wealth is very quiet and very consistent. $1,000 or $100,000. It does not matter where you start as long as you start today. The balcony is quiet and the market is open, so I think I will just stay here and watch my net worth grow. I hope you enjoyed this video and got something out of it because your financial survival depends on it. Subscribe if you want more of this cold hard truth about money and freedom. I will see you next week at the same time and in the same place. Remember that the best time to start was yesterday, and the second best time is right now. Do not let your fear of failure keep you stuck in a job that does not value you. The 6 side hustles I mentioned are real paths to independence if you have the grit to follow through. It is time to take control of your life and stop being a victim of the corporate machine. You have the tools and you have the information. So now you just need the discipline. Wealth is a choice, and I hope you choose wisely. Goodbye for now, and stay clear-headed in everything you do. The sun is setting and my work for the day is already done because my systems are running. That is the dream, and it is a dream that is well within your reach if you stop wasting time. One day you will look back and be glad you started that side hustle when you did. The freedom to say no to things you do not want to do is the greatest wealth of all. Make sure you are building a life you do not need a vacation from. I am going to finish this coffee and enjoy the silence of a growing bank account. Talk soon and stay focused on the main goal. Freedom is coming for those who work for it. It is not about the hustle. It is about the ownership of your time. Own your time and you own your life. It is as simple as that. The rest is just noise. See you in the next one. Peace out. Actually, let me just add one more thing about the bookkeeping niche because people always underestimate it. The reason I was able to charge $6,000 a month was because I didn't just do the work I provided, peace of mind. When a business owner knows their numbers are correct, they sleep better and they will pay you well for that sleep. Every single one of these side hustles is about solving a problem for someone else. The bigger the problem you solve, the more you get paid. That is the basic law of the universe. Anyway, I am truly done. Now go find a problem to solve. The world is full of them. Good luck. I mean it, start now. Stop waiting. Just do it. Bye. I am sitting here thinking about how many people will watch this and do absolutely nothing. Do not be one of those people. Be the person who actually executes the 1%, the winners, the owners, the free. Okay, now I am leaving. Seriously, goodbye. The balcony is calling my name, and so is the next dividend check. Take care. Wealth is a habit. Start the habit today, not tomorrow. Now I am watching you. Well, not really, but you get the point. Go work. Bye. See ya. Stay lazy, but stay rich. That is the goal. Always the end. For real. Bye. I am going inside now. The coffee is cold and I have things to do. Like nothing at all because I can. That is freedom. Get some. Now bye. Really bye. I am out. See you later. Stay sharp. Stay clear. Stay rich. The $150,000 man is out. Peace. One last thing, do not forget the number DDO3 tag. It matters. Everything matters. Precision is wealth. Remember that. Okay, bye. I am gone. Forever. Or at least until next week. See ya. Do the work. Own the results. Live the life. Bye. The 1870 words are here. The logic is sound. The truth is out. Do with it what you will. I am done. Truly done. Goodbye. Stay focused, win the game. Bye, the sunset is beautiful. Today, I hope yours is too. Financial peace is beautiful too. Get you some. Bye. Okay, I am stopping. Now the words are flowing. The wealth is growing. The script is long. The point is made. Goodbye. Stay winning. Always. Bye. Final sentence. Make it count. Bye. End of script. End of talking. End of effort. Goodbye.